Oh, there's something in my chest that I can't hide. When feelings get involved, I'm terrified. 'Cause I've been here before and said goodbye. Oh, are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find? Oh, how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times? For you, I give it one more try. Turn away and wrestle with my doubts. Oh, I leave them all behind, but don't know how. Bury my head deep within the crowd, but I'm reaching for your hand.
What's up? Welcome guys. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if everything is going well. What's going on, Oasis? Can you confirm if the volume's okay? And also the stream health, why is it all messed up? Did I move it? Oh. Awesome. Thanks. Let me just sort something out, guys. Let me just do that. It's because I don't have my... That should be looking good. Alright, our setup is here. All looking good. Okay. All right. Okay, with SPY, guys, we are looking at these levels. So for a medium term, which it might not hit, a stronger level is about 399s. Okay, 399, this level is quite strong. And then we've got 400. If it does get to that point, we might see some sort of a rejection coming from there. From the looking at the downtrend perspective, if we start to see some downward momentum, there's quite a bit of move towards 393s, unless we get to 395s, which is not much of a huge level. 395s could be a smaller level, like these grayed areas levels, but I think extremes are 399s and 393s today. Those are the big levels, and small levels we're looking at 398.50, this area, gray area here, and also 397s, right? So these are the levels that I have on SPY. At this point, it's actually trading in between these two medium strength levels. Okay. Now, see if we can get. Let's go quickly back to our watch list, BBBY. Oasis, can you trade this? BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. NEGG, I know you can't trade NEGG. CVNA is also something. Is this related to meme stock as well, or something like that? BBBY. I think you can. Last time I checked, I think I traded BBBY on Colmex, for sure. But unless they changed it because of the it hit the price under $5. What's up, Snicker? You woke up, buddy? Rise and shine. How you doing, buddy? You all right? Yeah. Feel fresh now? Good. Get yourself a coffee and get ready, buddy. I'm just going to share this watch list. Not a big one, but still a watch list. It might be nice and simple today. Let me just post that on Discord, which we got here. Watch list. Here we are. Done. Watch list posted. Where is Zell? Anybody knows about Zell? He's been quite on and off. Where is he? Anyways, let's where was I? BBBY. Yes, that's something decent. I would have on this one, Oasis, on BBBY, I would have really liked this to be not this big. It's kind of too big, but still, there could be some follow through on that. So it's already gapping down, which means if you do take it here, you'll be taking it right at the bottom. So if it does pop and then we see a drop, that's even better. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I heard it somewhere, but I completely forgot. Yeah. Well, that's good. Good for him. Good for him. Let's keep it nice and warm. Okay. Now let me adjust my little chart. BBY. We've got our G. We've got CVNA is gonna go there. SHOP. And we've got CVNA. Got ours. PWN. And we can loose it on the side. We can have our DCFC. And then we've got this. This EH. Okay, Snicker, don't be mad. It's just the start of the day, so you don't want to start the day with anger. You gotta chill, take a deep breath, and work through the whole thing. We still have time. We've got about, what, 45 minutes? Sorry, 35 minutes for the open. And what do you use? What do you use for the charting? Let me ask you that. What do you use? Let's have a look at the pre-market gappers. Again, one more time, DCFC. We've got our DCFC MGOL from yesterday's, I believe, IPO. BTCM and Natty and Roblox. Hold on, Roblox is gapped up. Ooh-wee. Roblox is gapping up, guys. Roblox, RBLX. This is looking like a decent gapper. This is the only one that I'm kind of like, okay, that's a decent gapper. Why is it gapping up? Estimate for daily. So we're... So what? Estimated December revenue was between 189 million to 199 million. So it's in yeah, so it's why is it not showing on my, is this something to do with earnings, or it's gotta be, right? Yeah, so that it looks interesting. December hours engaged 4.7 billion, up 20% year over year. 189 to 199. 0.6% year over year. Okay. Oh, it's not earnings. They're just reporting the key metrics and basically updating investors of what they've done for the, I believe, the last year. Or December, sorry. And also year-over-year results. Okay. Right, so seems like investors are taking it in a positive manner. That's nice. It's looking good for it. So Roblox, so we've got BKKT and the INDO. What is INDO doing? So Roblox definitely goes on that watch list that I posted, guys. You want to add that to the watch list. INDO. INDO. It's gapping up to, nice, done. But I like Roblox. I like this. If it stays over 38, it gaps up from 33s all the way to 38. It's quite a bit of gap. So we're gapping up here. But from here onwards, we haven't got much until 38.66, 38.70s. Which is gapping up right now and rejecting from. So that might be a better area to actually watch. If it takes that out, then we might see some decent follow through on this one. I think this looks decent. But we also don't want this to be breaking under 37.50s, this area here. If it does, we might see a bigger pullback from this gap in an attempt to actually fill the gap. So it could do that. These kind of gappers usually do that. But since this, the numbers, the metrics for December is probably very important for them, end of the year. So I think these kind of catalysts tend to stay up for the gap. So for me, I'm going to be looking for longs only on this one at this point. Roblox, longs only. 40 is also a level just over 40. And then we have 40.80, which is 41s. Much bigger and better level that it could reject from. So if you're taking long, consider these numbers, 41s and 38.60, 38.70s, which basically 39s. We've got also 39.17s as well, which right here it got rejected from. So yeah, these at this point it's actually hit that nice little overhead resistance. That's why it's actually rejected from there. But this could well be that profit taking. It's just a little pause before it starts to go. So I'm kind of, even if it does give me a chance, I might even take it pre-market, guys. This one, Roblox, on the side. Okay. Metaverse could be back, but no, it's I think better catalyst than just a metaverse. So. Yeah, what platform do you use for your charting? What platform? What software? TradingView, Thinkorswim, Webull. What is it? Okay, here we go. Roblox trying to lift his head up. Looks interesting. TradingView. Okay. Yeah. All right. TradingView usually seems to be all right. I haven't used it for a long time now, but pretty sure a lot of people use it and they're happy with it. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, TOS just can't beat it. It's lovely. You cannot beat TOS at the moment. You can if you pay good amount of money. There's quite a bit of softwares out there. Ninja Trader is one of them as well. Ninja Trader. I actually have an account on what is it called? Lifetime license account. I used to use it a lot in my trading days, futures trading. Yeah, but Thinkorswim. So we got Roblox. And then we have this. This is still carrying on. DCFC. Do, 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 do. 150 all the way to 217, so it's gapping up right about here. Oh, so they actually had a guidance as well as the earnings, right? My TOS doesn't update these things. I mean, they should have actually put something here. Why does it not show me corporate actions? Where is it? Equities. So show corporate actions. Yeah, it's actually selected. It's just yeah. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay. Hold on. Let's get our... I'm going to check something here. Yeah, most of these companies like Roblox, they're pretty much sort of, they're giving guidance on what they're expecting for the coming year, and also as well as updating on what's how well they did, basically, most of them, how well they did during December and 2022. These usually happen over the end of the year in January, usually the new year, January. So DCFC is similar sort of catalyst to Roblox, right? As you can see, Roblox is still pushing higher. This might be a good opportunity right here if it does break that this level here that we have, 3870s. This could be a potential opportunity. But now, if you're going to take this, the stop is going to be under the least is going to be under 38. So we've got about 70 cents, 70 cents of stop on this thing. Now, it definitely will be worth it. 70 cents probably is nothing when these things start to move, especially if it does take out that previous pre-market highs. It could run quite a bit. And on daily as well, we've got some room. Apart from 40, we go from our first level to the second. We've got about 38.70s to 40.70. So $2 move at least. So yeah. You can also wait for this to create some sort of a nice little pattern before it breaks. At this point, the reason I'm not taking this at this point is it hasn't really sort of created a nice little pattern, continuation pattern or anything to take my trade on and base my stop on as well. So it's kind of, yeah, absolutely. If it gaps up over SMA, then yeah, it's usually a good sign, absolutely. But on EMA, it's actually coming up to gapping up towards that EMA. So usually when something gaps up to a strong level, a level with an EMA 200 especially, then that tends to stall the gap. Okay, so it could be because of those levels, the stock like Roblox could get choppier. If there is no levels and the gap is clean and it still holds like the way it's holding right now, we're looking strong on Roblox. And if there was no further overhead resistance, this could go, right? This could continue to go. So, but then we have to keep an eye on these levels that is gapping up to now. So we'll see if it does have the power to take them out. If it does, then we might think that this is much more stronger than we thought originally. But nevertheless, it's gapped up from 32s, 33s, all the way up to the highs of 39.60s. Huge gap. So the huge fundamental change to this company has happened. And be very careful shorting this thing. Be very careful. Right? So our levels, as you can see, recent level is 3860s, 3870s. It needs to take that out. As you can see, each time it goes there, rejects, but slowly is creeping back up to that level. So if it does come back to this level now with some decent volume, I don't mind taking longs on this because it looks like it wants to take that level out and then maybe the high of the. Hopefully that happens over after the market open, which is in 20 minutes. All right. Interesting. So this is one of my main watches today. Roblox and DCFC as well, similar sort of case. DCFC somehow still holding nicely. The gap that is had still holding nicely above the VWAP. It hasn't really sort of shown sign of rejection yet, but we could easily see if it doesn't take out the pre-market highs soon enough, especially after the open, then we could see some drift off on this one. But we've got a nice little flag pattern here, which it could actually break out of. Right? Really nice continuation pattern. This is what I want from Roblox. If I see something like this, and if it starts to break these patterns on Roblox, I'll be much comfortable doing that. But at this point, I don't see anything. It needs to create that, right? But really, really good watch, those two. Let's have a look at the others. The others. Okay, this one's popping. This is what I would like to see on this one. Yeah, it's doing what I expected to do, which was to pop. And now I'm going to be looking for shorts on that. NEGG. Not much there. $2 stock. I really don't like to trade $2 stocks, but I was thinking if this starts to take out VWAP and starts to stay over, then maybe looking into longs because it did have a huge drive towards that 3. We might see some sort of follow through, but it's already showing weakness. But I'm waiting for that push towards that 230s, and it's still, if it holds the 225, 230s, then we could look to maybe long it. So NEGG looking not too bad. The volume is low, not too crazy. CVNA is something that's quite interesting. Right, we had really decent volume lately. We are coming off the lows. This definitely is not I believe this definitely isn't a dead cat bounce. If it is, then it could produce some really decent shorting opportunities as well today. So CVNA, BBBY could be a nice little shorting opportunity. But also, there might be some longs on this one as well because we had some decent move and then a pullback We've had 440 all the way to 8, about 80%, 90% move in 2 days. And then we had that pullback day. We might have another smaller pullback day today if the stock is strong. It could be smaller or inside day even, or maybe even continuation. But I'm seeing a kind of a red day today before it starts to continue, if the stock wants to do that in the long run. SHOP Shopify, I'm watching this as well because Friday it had a really decent day, as you can see, very strong day. Look at this beautiful trending stock. Goes up, pulls back to VWAP, doesn't even close below the VWAP, holds. Look how important. This is how you use, and then I'm going to cover this very quickly because I just remembered. This is how you use EMAs, exponential moving average or moving averages in overall generally, right? You don't want to use these when something is choppy, when something is going over and under of EMAs. You don't want to consider using moving averages. Moving averages are only valid when stock is trending nicely. In this case, look at this example of 20 EMA, right? It's not perfect, but it's actually hugging the EMA. Every time it goes up, pulls back to 20, 20, 20, 20, and then starts to creep forward, right? So that in itself is acting like a support. As it moves, profit taking comes in, pulls back to EMA, bounces off of it, carries on, comes back, bounces off of it, comes back, bounces off it. Look at this level where, I don't know whether Snicker you're here. Look at this, 200 EMA. Look at the strength of this bad boy. Goes up, rejects from it, rejects again, but the stock is so strong that it takes it out, okay? So now what happens when a resistance or a level gets taken out to the upside? Well, it pulls back to it, to the tick. I'm just going to zoom in here so that I can show you. Look at the attempts it had to take this out. Look at the attempts, and then takes it out with some. Look at the volume that came in that actually took it out, right? Look at the volume. This wasn't the volume. This was the volume. So you could have actually entered early before that. Anyways, you missed the entry for the breakout, right? Let's say you missed the entry, but pullback. Look at the pullback to the tick, bounces a few times and then carries on, rising volume, right? So that's what I wanted to cover. EMAs are useful if used in the right manner. You don't want to always be relying on them. In a different environment, EMA, I wouldn't even consider looking at it, although it will be on my chart, but I will not put attention to it. I will not put emphasis to EMAs. Look at this. Look right over here, right? Pulls back to the 20 EMA, bounces off of it one more time, and then starts to break it. Even after it breaks. Even if after it breaks, guys, look. Pulls back to the EMA, again acting as resistance in this case because it's reversal, double top reversal. Comes down, pulls back to the EMA, and then starts to grind down. Now, we all know about VWAP acts, sometimes a big support area. Look at this bounce, look at this bounce, look at this bounce. But look at the 200 moving average. Look at that. And that's why I have 200 EMA all the time on my chart, on my 1 minute chart. Look at that, to the tick. Touches it few times and then off it goes for the second main move, which is this move. Look at the move it did after the bounce of that 200 EMA, right? So that's why you want to, I wanted to pay attention to the importance of 200 EMA being on your chart, as well as using it when it's right. Look at these. I mean, this is kind of a bit choppy. Yes, I understand, but look at that respect of 20 EMA, 20 EMA, 20 EMA, 20, 20, 20, 20. Every single time it pulls down, bounces off of it, bounces off of it. So this is your dynamic support and resistance, which is your indicator based, usually EMAs. or moving averages. So yeah. This is the level that I was watching on Shopify. It needs to be either staying over this. If it does, I'm going to be looking for longs on this. Very, very simple. If it stays over 39s, I'm going to be looking longs with the stop under a VWAP whenever the VWAP catches up to it. All right. So, but then Shopify, being it's not a small company, I want this to be working with SPY as well. So when SPY is rejecting like this, that's when I will try to avoid any longs on the big names or something that's got some decent market cap, right? So yeah, there's interesting ones today, guys. Very interesting ones. DCFC, as well as we've got Netflix. Sorry, Roblox. What am I saying? Okay. Our DCFC as well as Roblox is actually acting how I would like it to act, which is creating nice little, really tight price action, and we might see a breakout coming in on this one soon. DCFC as well as Roblox. Roblox could be better though. This is much better now because it's creating that little tight range. That's a good one. So this level here is important. Right there. Yes, sir. Okay. Anyways, guys, I am going to grab myself something to drink quickly. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, yeah? So let's take a 5-minute break. Be back. DCFC, guys. DCFC is about to take that trend line out. And that looks good, guys. DCFC for long. It's just too close to the market open. I'm going to leave it alone because it can when the market opens, these things can whip you out of a good trade. So I'm going to let it settle down for the first 5 minutes. I'm going to see what happens first 5 minutes and then take long chances on it. So I'm going to leave it. It's too close to market open. But volume came in on the break. I might regret it, but I'm just going to leave it alone. SPY is attacking that little medium term trend, support resistance line, our level is attacking that level. It's not very strong, but it is something that it needs to take out if it wants to show strength. So it is definitely attacking that, as you can see, 39,850. Huge numbers coming in. And there it goes. It wants to break that. Yeah, Snicker, let's go, baby. Okay. Now, is today the day we're going to see the 400 break? What do you think? All right. We might see 400 break today. I'm just saying. When I say break, not just a wick, close over on the daily. Close over 400. What do you think, guys? Are we going to see... How do you do polls on this thing? My guess is we might. I'm going for a yes. And our Roblox is moving as well. SPY moving like this. Roblox is going to be good, possible long, guys. I really wish it was open at this point. We've got 2 more minutes to go, so I'm going to wait up. I'm going to be patient. We will still have more opportunities on it. It's climbing back up with some decent volume, but it's still early, in my opinion. So, how do you do polls on this thing? Can I add up, engage with your audience? What does that mean? Start a question. Oh, start a poll. Okay. Ask a question. Let's ask. Are we going to see SPY close over 400 end of day today? Let's go, baby. Yeah. I must say, how do I respond to this? Yes, okay. I'm with a yes as well. Roblox looks decent, guys. Remember, yeah, Oasis. I was thinking, your earnings gap and go. This is very similar setup. In fact, it is the same setup. So, earnings gap go applies to Roblox as well as DCFC. But most likely Roblox because it's much stronger. So, since you have only, I think, few few setups that's mostly short based anyways, you can add to that your arsenal if you want. Earnings gotta go because we are starting earnings soon, so hopefully that should give you some more flexibility. Let's go. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Apple is washing down, but SPY is holding somehow. I'm just going to give it like about 5 minutes to let things settle down every bit. SPY. SPY somehow breaks it and then pulls back to it and starts to climb up. And Apple somehow is washing down. BBBY is already washing down. I will look into that those two and see if we can take some trades on that. That's generally the idea of that Gago setup. So we might see some opportunities on this one. Right now, on the break of 38.50, 38.40 is the entry for Roblox with a stop whichever the low gets created at that point. But I wouldn't want this to be trading under 37s. If it does, then we might have to rethink the whole long position on this one. Right, so keep an eye on this at the break of 38.40s and then the break of 38.70s. 38.70s is much better confirmed breakout area than 38.40. But what I'm going to do with this one is I might start about 38.40s and then add at the break of 38.70s. So that's the plan with it initially. But then if we see any other price action, then we'll take it from there. Okay, that's the plan with the our Roblox. And our DCFC is chopping around, which is quite usual in this case. It's if it stays under VWAP, I'm not going to be very long biased on this one, right? If it stays under VWAP, it's already done a fake breakout and then came down. So I'm thinking this might actually fade off a bit more. But now, if this 200 EMA holds and it starts to creep back up, I'll keep an eye on it for sure. But BBBY, look at that. It just started to bounce again. Oh, it's taking out the... okay. So is this the bounce day? We might see some bounce coming in on this, which is fine. I would like to see some bounce towards maybe 4s if it can get there. And then we'll look into this. So quite a lot of things that's got potential. Quite a lot of things that's got decent potential. Good. I like to see that. I like it. All right, yeah. So DCFC is something we gotta give up on because yeah, I don't like to see that. In fact, that's a short. Yeah, it's under 2 and it's probably, if it stays under 2, then we might see that fade off to gap fill. SPY is struggling at that level. Came back under the level again, which is kind of fine. Usually SPY does that whole open 5 minutes drive, which is chop basically. It's coming down 399. Look at this level, guys. I created right over pre-market. Look at the levels, right? Look to the tick. I'm not even joking. It goes to that, and then comes fast rejection, really fast rejection from it, at least to the VWAP right now. So don't take those levels lightly. Mm-hmm. The only thing for longs I'm interested is about this bad boy, but it's still under. It looks heavy. Obviously, SPY is going to pull this with it as well. But as soon as SPY starts to find a support and starts to bounce, if it does, and takes out this level again, then we might see a really nice opportunity on. Oh, Apple is climbing back up, so this is going to pull the SPY with it. SPY is going to break. Looks interesting, and this will hopefully is going to start to bounce as well. Let's go. So now SPY, our SPY is over that level. This is quite normal, guys, at the open, over and under the levels, rejection from the levels, and then comes back to attempted. Quite strong. Look at Apple. Apple and Tesla, they're quite kind of look strong and acting strong. Broke on the pre-market highs, and then trying to break it, failing off of it actually. Right now, oh, that's a big rejection bar. That's a big rejection candle there. That's a fake breakout, guys. But then we will see, because this had quite a bit of move, so that these kind of moves, we will see that at the that first 5-10 minutes time frame. So I'm not too worried about that. So this is representing that wick that we saw on Apple as well. So, and it's starting to. Now this one is not going to look good if it starts to actually take out this low, because the next, support could be right here or 397. So that's a long way to go. So if this, anybody who's long the market, you want this to be holding right now. Otherwise, it's not going to look good. Wow, DCFC is back in play, guys. This thing is back in play. But the issue with this is it's not very stable. Like the moves are like, no need to. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it to take out the at least the pre-mark. So high of day, sorry, high of day. This is still back in play. As long as I said, as long as it's holding over 2, I'll consider it. But this thing is being pulled down also because of SPY. SPY is looking weak. There you go. SPY looks like it's a short. Is it gonna hold? Is it gonna hold though? That's the question. And also Roblox is looking heavy. We might see some sort of a reversal coming into Roblox. This is good on Roblox, but if it breaks that 37, then we might see more weakness coming into it, which I wouldn't like to take longs on later on. It's breaking that 37s now, attacking it, broken it briefly, but the real break would be that it closes under and trades under 37s. That would be the real break. Since SPY is actually showing weakness as well, the chances of this breaking that 37 is quite high. As you can see, there it goes. All right. So now, I'm completely forgetting about longs on this one until it actually starts to take that VWAP. I'm not even considering longs on it. Shorts, I'm not gonna consider shorts as well because for this gap there was a fundamental catalyst behind it. There was a lot of good sort of numbers that the company was releasing. Guidance as well was, I think, better than expected. So there is definitely something for this gap. So shorting this, we don't have a lot of potential. Look, it's trying to reclaim this 37s, and we might take a while for it to just play around a little bit, chop around, and then starts to reclaim that 38. Excuse me. What was that? What did this guy do? Oh, BBBY. Oasis. Can you trade this thing? BBBY? Under 350. Even now is not too late. But you gotta be quick though, because 344 and 350. That's like 5. Is that 5 cents stop? 5, 6, 7 cents stop. Yeah. And Roblox keeps on just fading off. NEGG or Shopify. Shopify was one I was watching as well. Just completely failed off of that continuation. So yeah, it's already down too much for me to take anything. Now, if it does pop back a little bit higher, then I might consider shorting it maybe towards the VWAP 3880s, between 3890s, if it does pop towards that area. But again, you know, Shopify is gonna be slightly, well, actually quite correlated to SPY. Let's say, for example, SPY bounces right there. You see that? 200. This is the level I was watching. Look at the 200 level. That it's not to the tick, but there was a bounce coming in from there. So this bounce came in. Look at Shopify. This, although being a little bounce, is still a bounce, right? This is what you call relative weakness, right? Relative weakness. So you want to short something, big names, you want to short the relative weakness, which is Shopify is perfect candidate for shorting opportunities. Why? SPY is doing a bigger bounce, whereas Shop is doing barely a. There is a bounce, yes, but you can see that it doesn't want to bounce. It's like hesitant, like I don't want to. Today I'm lazy. I want to sleep, right? It doesn't want to move to the upside. Now, when it comes to the downside move, these things will have much. This will start to lead the market, if anything. So that's what's called relative weakness. Now, if you want to long anything, I explain this almost every day on stream. But it's very important to understand this concept, and it's very simple. If you want to long anything, big names, I'm talking big caps, large caps, right? No small caps. Small caps have nothing to do with the SPY or the market, right? If you want to long anything, you want to long or buy a relatively strong stock. Relatively strong stock. In this case, I would say that's a really nice looking shorting opportunity there. Shopify. It might be a bit early, but we could have, yeah, that's a good shorting opportunity there. Shopify. But then we are in that moment where SPY hasn't really. This is looking good though. But SPY is bouncing, so I'm gonna leave it alone because it's gonna really drive it forward. Yeah, so I'm just leaving it alone. But I'm just waiting for SPY to actually start to reject maybe, and then we can start to see some price action on this. The only issue is 39.60 is 38. So about $1.50 move has already been done. In fact, more than $1.50 move has been done. So you kind of want to expect a little bit of a bigger pullback, or even if it's not a bigger pullback, you want more time here. You want more time, right? Yes, sir. 38.33s. Under 38.33s is a good area for possible shorting opportunities on Shopify. If we say SPY, if we see SPY drifting off, but it's not. It's actually reclaimed the VWAP and is starting to attack that level again, and it's breaking that level, so it's quite strong. Be careful shorting anything big right now. So that's a good avoid. I managed to avoid that. Why? Because SPY helped me avoid it. So that's a good trade not taken, which would have been a loser. So you've got to consider these points. Roblox is also bouncing a little bit. DCFC is finally given up. That's done. DCFC, the gapper that we had, is given up. It's just last gasp was here and then reclaimed back under 2. Pretty much done. However, Roblox it's not done yet. It's reclaimed at 37. We want to make sure that this reclaims at least the VWAP. At least the VWAP. So okay. Oh, Shopify. Okay, you took it. I just held on to it because I saw on my side grid charts. Okay, Roblox. Wanna do something here? Look at the volume coming in on this. This is what I want from Roblox. Okay, now we're talking. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, Roblox. Yes, sir. All right, looking good. So that Shopify would be a. I took a. Okay, that should be a kind of a small loser. But now the Shopify, as you can see now, is still, I would consider this relatively weak. Definitely relatively weak, because as it goes, it just is so like stubborn, like doesn't want to go. Basically, it's just so. When actually on Shopify, guys, I am probably gonna start here with the stop over VWAP right here, 3860s, 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 3860s. If it closes over the VWAP, which it seems like SPY is still flying though, that's the issue with it. SPY is still flying. I would like, but the good thing is SPY has a strong level here, guys, which it rejected from. So as long as it doesn't take that out, I could still be in that Shopify short. which means I'm gonna hold on until it breaks that 3880s, 3890s, something like that. Basically the VWAP. So it is climbing up. Apple and Tesla also is actually at the high of day, trying to attempt to take that out. If it does, then it's gonna pull SPY with it. But let's see if SPY rejects from there. Seems like it wants to. And our Roblox as well is rejecting from VWAP. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually not too bad, because once we start to see some sort of a follow through, then you can always add. I don't want to encourage that, but usually I would do that. Start small here if I was gonna start, and then if I was gonna take anything here, but then my 1 hour should be 1 hour on the loser. So yeah, it's kind of tricky. So let's see if it actually holds the VWAP 3880s. Slowly creeping up, but also rejecting nicely as well. So that's a good sign usually. But again, remember, if it does reclaim that 3885s, 87s, it's going to go from red to green, which is not a good sign, especially for a stock that had yesterday or previous day was a really decent move. All right, so that's why you don't want it to be closing above this. Let's go, baby. All right, so you see this rejection is much bigger than as it starts to attempt to pull back towards level. So we want that good volume coming in and a little bit of a follow through, right? Shopify. All right, so Shopify needs to take the lows out, or it shouldn't be taking that real. So it's right now it's quite clear on Shopify. You can actually stop if it closes over 3880, you're done with the trade. Very, very simple, right? Very simple. But if it starts to take out the lows, then yeah, it's got some potential, decent potential. But we'll see. I think SPY needs to help us with that, though. That's the only issue here. Yeah, it's still attacking that. That's not a good sign. It's still attacking that VWAP. Although, yeah, there's a lot of liquidity there, but I would like the rejection to be stronger than that. All right, I'm gonna be very careful on this one. I'm gonna be exiting very soon for a small loser. If I'm watching SPY as well, just remember, if SPY starts to run, I'm gonna exit this early, anytime. Yeah, 30, I'm out, guys. It might be early, but I just can't see SPY going like that. And then this, I might re-enter because I did take a small one on this one, small loser, sorry. So somewhere there, 380, 3880 or something like that. Because what I saw was SPY was just trying to gain momentum. And before it starts to gain momentum fully and break out, then yeah, I'm not going to stay in that. Look at the SPY, right? It's look at what it's doing, right? It's pulling up to the level and getting closer and closer, making higher highs. right? Look at this, higher highs, sorry, higher lows as it attempts to take that level. So you want to pay attention to that. So there it goes, it's attacking that level. I think this time around it might have that power to actually take that out. Yeah, it's gonna take it out. It's gonna take it out, right? Let's go, baby. Let's go, SPY. CVNA came back. And our Roblox should now be looking decent. Okay, our main thing that we were watching. Look at this. Oh no. Look at that thing. Look at that bad boy. Right now, 38 breaks. This has a big stop though. You could have your stop under 37.20s, but under 37 would be better. But under 37.20 as well is nice. So if it does pull back and starts to play around here, then yeah, I'm watching Roblox. Watching Roblox definitely. And Shopify, that's why you've got to pay attention to what SPY does, right? This is very correlated to SPY. And look at the exit we did. Although if I was really exiting this, it probably would have been here, 38.90, somewhere there. But I managed to exit it early, cutting losers a bit early. So I just cut my loser short, basically, as you heard of it. CVNA. CVNA is actually popping. It's popped really nicely with really decent volume. CVNA looks interesting. Okay, now Shopify. Remember our Shopify idea on, we were talking about this, James. Well, Shopify now red to green, okay? That initial chop happened on Shopify, which is expected. But if you look at it, our daily analysis still stands on this one now. Still stands. We just need that help from SPY taking out this level. Where is it? Look at that level again holding. So this level is really struggling, like giving SPY really a hard time. Yeah, that's your level there for SPY. To be honest, this level now is non-existent because it's just really sort of going on and off of it. So oh, come on. I would like Shopify. Also, Roblox, guys. Pay attention to this one as SPY starts to bounce, which Roblox was trying to take out the view app, but I want to see that curling back up again on this one. Huge volume coming in. 3750 ones, 3752s. Okay. So Tesla is coming up. Bed Bath & Beyond, CVNA. Where's shop? Shopify. Roblox looks interestingly. Come on in. Weaker, to be honest. It looks weak. Relatively weak. I can't trade DCFC is so low price, but looks like a nice little decent another short entry on this one here for a fade off to gap fill right now. But I'm not gonna trade that. Yeah, SPY is also kind of like bouncing right now. It's actually, you know, as long as it's holding this these higher highs, sorry, higher lows, it's kind of basically, there it goes. There it goes. All right, I'm watching the thingy now, Roblox, guys. There it goes. It needs that power. So now I'm gonna wait for Roblox to enter 3, 4, 9, 3750s. 37, 48s, 49s, 47s. Just waiting for that. 37, 43. Okay, good. If it does break, Roblox, if it does break above 3750, Roblox, I'm gonna take it long. But it looks surprisingly weak compared to SPY. Very interesting. Maybe it wants to go for either gap fill attempt, or it wants to just chop around before it actually moves during midday. It could happen, but yeah, that SPY came in with volume really strongly. As you can see, it broke it now. It's above that 399. As long as it's over that, we have got a nice little SPY trending above. This is what I meant by, like, we see higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That's pushed to the upside. That's usually a sign pushed to the upside. Look at the volume coming in now, right? This looks good for the market, guys. So far, my analysis for breaking of 400 seems to be winning. Yeah, Roblox is just jeez. Nice move to the upside, and SPY wants to take that 400. Beautiful. So look, oh, Nike still going, bro. TMA is not doing much, honestly. But BBBY, look at that. Good on you for not taking this one, Oasis. This was like, look at this. SSR, it hits the SSR. Or maybe it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday SSR it. Really crazy, yeah? Really crazy. But then again, you would have had your stop right there, 352s. You would have been out here. I would be very upset if you hadn't gotten out there. But still, if you had taken this 347, nah. Was there a partial? Maybe, because your risk was 5 cents and you had that 10 cents move. Yeah, definitely partial was there, but yeah, the rest would have gotten you out on break even or smaller loser. Look at Shopify. This is why you want to stick to your stops, guys. Just when you think this level is going to hold, it breaks it. That's when you think this level is going to hold, this breaks it. That's when you think these levels are all, it breaks it. So when do you stop? When do you say to yourself, enough is enough? Whereas you could have just respected your stop and got out. Yeah, it was, this was kind of a bit, I would say, against the main analysis that we were looking at. Whereby, remember the SPY shop, the reason why I kept it on the watch as well is for the second day continuation. But since it rejected so badly, sometimes second day continuation fails and the opposite is true as well. So that's why I took this. But it reclaimed it. That's why I was mentioning, if this close gets taken out, forget about shorts at all. In fact, longs are much more viable. So, yeah, SPY back down for the retest. Let's go, baby. For the retest, 399.50. Let's have a look. Which areas is it going to retest to? 399.50. If it's strong, it's not going to retest that far. If it's normal trend, then it might come back to this level here, 399.25, 20s, 10s, this area here, basically. But remember, it might not. Look at Apple Go. In this sense, I don't think it's going to come down, because look at the Apple Go, right? Sometimes you have to look at the instrument that's actually leading. In this case, Apple has the strongest relatively strongest. Can't even speak right now. This is pulling the market with it, potentially, and that pullback might have had enough. But look at what Apple has moved from 135.40 to, it's not much of a move, to be honest. I was going to say it's a huge move before the pullback. So Apple is due for at least a little bit of a pullback, which means SPY is gonna, but then we have our Tesla that's taking the highs out. Interesting. Interesting. So it hits that 400. As I mentioned, 400 is also a very strong level. I've been mentioning this level for like ages. Anyways, so this is our deciding factor on that 400. Today, we might get that. Okay. If we close above 400 on SPY, that might be another secondary confirmation of the bull market, or at least a bigger move to the outside. Why do I say that? Well, right here, this is the daily of SPY. Okay, this was my first clue. I explained that before. This is the second clue, second confirmation, and then the break of 400 will be third confirmation. Break of 410 will be ultimate confirmation for me. So we'll see what it does around after 400 break. Okay, that's a better pullback. That's definitely a better pullback. Look at the volume. Volume is low on the pullback, which is decent, which is good for longs. What, the 400 break? 400 break? Yeah. I've been saying that for the last freaking, I don't know how long. Since this day, remember, I might be mentioning it over here as well, but then since this day happened, which was a long time ago, Yeah, I've been looking into that. Yeah, I was definitely looking into that. Look at the movies happening right now. It's trying to break that 400, and it looks good for a break. Did you do you want me to wish you luck, or do you not want me to wish you luck? Make up your mind, Snicker. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, okay. Best of luck, buddy. Best of luck. You can do it. You can do it. I remember this "You Can Do It" from a movie. I wonder which movie was it. This guy was like drunk or something. He was mentioning, "You can do it. Cut his head off." Something like that. But let's watch a spy for our Snickers trade, which is AMD long. So if this breaks 400, you're good to go, baby. Yes, Happy Gilmore or Waterboy or something like that. It was definitely his movies, one of his movies, yeah. All right, so you want that 400 to break and not come under it, basically. So if it starts breaking it, you want it to be left alone. The reason why I didn't take it here myself. Oh, yes, Rob Schneider. Yeah. That's the guy. I remember this. Yes. I think he was starring in most of his movies over that period of time with similar sort of acts. Very funny. Classic. Didn't he do the male gigolo thing as well? Have you guys seen that? That's one of the most funniest thing I've seen. Yeah. So I'm not wrong then. He's the guy. Yeah. Yeah, crazy movies, man. I think back in the days we used to have really decent movies. Comedy was much smarter than these days. Dude, James, we did not have a chance to actually enter Shopify. I was really hoping for this to actually give us some decent. Although, having said that, we are looking at that pattern for a continuation, but it's just too high for me to take anything. So Shopify definitely tricked us. Definitely tricked us. Usually, they for a second day continuation, we don't really see this much of a move down. Oh, okay. So that was okay. I am looking forward to this. That's the only thing I'm serious about. RBLX, Roblox. Now Roblox, remember, if we don't get a chance on Roblox today, let's say, as long as it's holding its gap, okay, remember, as long as it's holding its gap, we might still get the chance to go for those setups. Remember the Gago and the continuation, earnings continuation. Those two setups will still be valid. Yeah, I mean, if your analysis is the momentum, it was there definitely. I'm not gonna lie, the momentum is still there. We just have that fight of 400. Just don't forget that 400 is a huge level. It's not just normal level, like your these levels that we had. These ones, you see, these ones we had over here. We had the level, but it just didn't get respected at all, right? Yeah, that pullback was due from Tesla anyways. It was running from 125s all the way to 130s without decent pullback. So that's $5 move. The pullback was due on it. The pullback coming where Tesla is at a decent level is quite normal. Quite normal. So the only trade I took was today was Shopify. Unfortunately, a small loser on this one, short here, and then early exit, which is fine. I controlled my risk really nicely. And after that, I was looking for longs on it, but it never actually pulled back to anywhere where I could have actually taken anything with decent stop. I like to have my predefined stop loss. In this case, beautiful break of the VWAP and exit. Something like that was not there on this. So yeah, firstly, that's your pullback coming on Apple as well as Tesla. So this is gonna in turn SPY is gonna pull back with it. So let's have a look at our AMD. If you look at our AMD, it just crept up. Breakout of this area was very nice. I don't think you took it from there, but if you took it from there, it's much better area that if you were watching it. Look at the force behind this breakout. Huge volume coming in, and then pulls back to the. This is beautiful actually. Look at this price action, right? We've had. SPY moving up, SPY showing strength around this area here, but this one was actually this level 72s, 7190s was 1, 2, 3 times it got rejected from it really strongly. But it didn't go very far. It still held above a VWAP, and then once it broke, huge volume, and that's your clue. And then you don't have to take it on this one, pulls back to the tick on that level and then bounce again. This is your entry area. On the bounce, maybe here somewhere, on this green candle somewhere, and then yeah, nice if you had taken it there. But if you had taken it from here, remember this entry was very close to SPY's 400 level. I would not do that. I don't do that at all, especially when SPY is at a very strong level. Now, I'm not saying these levels will hold all the time. No, this could have easily got taken out. In this bounce, it could have easily gotten taken out. I know that, but probability of that happening is less than this level holding, at least for a while, right? Roblox is not doing anything. Roblox might have to give up on this for today. I'll come back to it again. Again, SPY is bouncing now. Let's see what it does around this level here. SPY is actually holding really nicely. This area, this level here. Yeah, Roblox. That's why you gotta wait for that decent price action to enter on. Roblox just giving up now, fading off. So. Yeah, it's taking out low, and it's got some momentum to the downside as well. Very weak at this point. So it might be going for that gap fill. So the catalyst wasn't as strong as we thought it was going to be. So 36 is my last. Like if I was going to be looking into longs on this one, I would definitely want this 36 to hold for the day, for today. And if this holds 36 and it creeps back up again, breaking this trend line, there's still possibility for longs, but that might not happen during the stream. Now, at this point, it's weak. It's under 37. I would have really liked it to stay over 37. It broke that. Look at this, right? 37 breaks. It kind of doesn't look good for it. I think 36 is going to get taken out easily. I think. So that's why I'm going to leave it alone. Maybe we'll come back to it tomorrow. Now there's nothing on it. That's your low blocks. We've got our... Yeah, I mean, SPY is getting ready for something. Look at this. Look at this trend line respected very nicely. Consolidation is really nice at this point. If it starts to... When it's going to break, it's probably going to break with some decent volume. And watch others. Apple is already broken. So it's likely this is going to break. So Snicker, right now, I think your AMD trade looks kind of good. Right now. Looks quite good, actually. At this point. We just need that volume coming in and that 400 to get taken out. I'm still talking earlier than 400 level. But I'm thinking... What it's doing right now with Apple and others looks kind of okay. Yeah, that level needs to get taken out. And I don't have anything else. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's just check our Uzi. There it goes. SPY goes. Volume needs to come in now. And if that's going to stay like that, yeah, I think that looks quite good. Looks quite good. It needs to close above it. You want this to be closing above, and at least 2-3 bars after that it closes and stays above 400. Then that's a real breakout. At this point, you can't call it a breakout yet. But look at the volume coming in. This is what you want. The volume comes in, stays over 400. That's the first clue. Close to the retest on AMD, and that's what I was mentioning. Where did you take? And depends on where you took it. Close to the retest, right there somewhere. 72, 72.10, 72.20s. If you're taking on any of these pullback and any of this area here, really good. Really good. Now look at this candle. This candle could be the start of the move up. I'm pretty sure this will be the start of the move up if there's an if SPY stays over 400. Right? If we see SPY staying over 400, this could be the start of it. But we want that SPY to be over. Look at that. SPY is still kind of lenient on taking out that 400. Okay, so it's holding off. SPY is holding nicely. Wow, Apple is just flying. Not looking back. Yeah, I think it's gonna break, right? Apple is not looking back. That might be pulling SPY with it. Otherwise, SPY is not gonna be easily breaking these kind of levels. Usually they will reject from it strongly and then continue. The fact that it's holding is a good sign for longs. Now it's looking even better. If it closes anything like this, it looks really good. Yes, sir. 72, 20, 77. There it goes. There it goes. Your AMD should start to follow now. Your AMD starts to follow suit now. SPY is still hanging around the 400, but it's trying to leave it behind. Come on, SPY, leave it behind for Snicker. There it goes. There's AMD bounce. Your AMD bounce should be coming in. SPY needs to leave that 400 behind. Do it. Do it, SPY. Come on, buddy. Don't go under it, though. Yeah, we're still waiting on the SPY to take that $400 mark. Yeah, its rejection is coming in on SPY, but still just one candle. So yeah, that's actually, yeah, the 70 to 27 is not a bad area. I must agree, it's not a bad area. You just gotta be patient, Snicker. You just gotta be patient because potential for it to move quite high is there. It can start to trend up if we start to see SPY finally, leave that 400 behind. At the moment, it's not doing it, but it's gonna take a while. If it does take over that, then yeah. Let's have a look at some of the other setups. This one is a earnings 1.26 to 1.31. This is an earnings. Earnings was a bit choppy earlier on, but the entry, yeah, that was an earnings, really nice. Now I'm gonna put some earnings list here for later on, because earnings season around the corner. We're gonna put this guy, what was it, MS? Oh freaking hell, it's Morgan Stanley, isn't it? I don't trade banks. Nah, shit. Freaking hell, man. MS, okay, yeah, that's not going on my watch. But anybody who trades bank for the next 2-3 days or week, this could have potential for longs. SPY is looking good. I'm keeping an eye on it. Come on, SPY, take out that 420s, and everything else is going to look good. Yes, sir. Anyways, let's have a look at PBR. PBR 11 1095. Not much of a space for us. For Uzi. $3 stock, not good. This is the only one. Downtrend in the long run. This looks good, but we've got very tiny amount of risk, basically very heavily traded. I think not really, no. 705, 7 under 7 is an entry. Yeah, this is not bad actually. It's not the greatest. It's a bit liquid, but yeah, okay. You close the trade? You close the trade now? Basically, this is rejecting on that 400 level. Fake breakout, comes back in. That's not a good sign. Okay, Lucid is one as well I was watching, but daily wise, volume is died down. Lucid might be a decent short here actually. Lucid. But the range, no, range isn't there. I'm only looking for longs anyways on this one. Possible longs maybe in the next few days. And there goes our Roblox as well. here I was mentioning shorts on this one. This is an all-day fader to the gap fill, all-day fader, boom, and it's on its way. The short was here somewhere. Under two would have been nice. This rejection right there is a clue, right there. This rejection from that 2 level, and then that's your clue there. Roblox is creating nice little. If Roblox wasn't a gap up with a catalyst, I probably would have shorted this thing right now. But it is with a gap up with a catalyst. You can't fight that. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? It's because of this. That is what I mean. Support, breaks, comes back, resistance. Let's go. Another move down. But so there you go. This is why big levels are big levels. Still struggling with it. Fakes out. Still choppy. Within these 399 level and 400 level, it's just going to chop around. And hopefully we'll see that break come in anytime soon. But it's still struggling. CBNA. For myself, to be honest, I don't see anything else, guys. MS had a really decent earnings, huh? Look at that. Morgan Stanley, really decent earnings. Look at the gap. Continues climb up. Banks usually will go like this once they have this, especially earnings beat or something like that. Look at this. Very slow and stable move up. BWEN. I don't see anything else. Roblox. I want to short this thing, but just worried about this 36 level. That bounce came in, but the volume on this one is not that much, but the volume coming in now. Yeah. Apple is pulling back big. Now Apple is pulling back a nice retracement. Lucid is already down. So yeah, I was looking at that. And also this one is not too bad either. So from 36. This is one second pullback though, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna relax on. I don't see anything that fits my criterias of any trades, any setups at this point. So things are quiet down as well. Things are getting quieter. Shopify is reversing. Look at the Shopify's pattern there. See if you can spot something on this one right there. James, if you remember. Oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Yeah, I don't really see. I was looking at Lucid earlier for possible short, but I wasn't really. It's just no volume. Although the short was there, but guys, today has been. What do you mean? The worst happened. It retested. retested what? We're talking about AMD, right? Yeah, I mean, I thought you were out somewhere there, anyways. At the break of, you see where it starts to create these swing highs. Let me give you an example. You see these little swing higher lows, right? When they start creating higher lows like this, right? Right, we see higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Okay. Now, anytime these break, that's the break of the trend, right? Anytime these break. So for example, if this price came down and broke this, I would not have called this uptrending. Since it did that low, if that gets taken out from here, that's now back to either reversal or big pullback. So yeah, so basically boom, boom, boom. Finally, this low swing low breaks with force, with volume. You see this? With decent volume. That's where your stop or trailing stop should have been, at max or at minimum, whichever way you want to take it, right? Worst case scenario, that should have been your stop loss. You cannot hang on to it until it breaks it, because it's already giving you clear signs. Now, it would be different if this comes down, drops all the way to VWAP. There's nowhere to place your stop on unless you go for this swing low, right? So in this case, it was pretty clear, because what we had from the top as well, the pressure, you see it went up, and then the pressure, you can see the pressure on the price action, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. As it starts to push, lower highs, and then finally breaks the lower low, that the structure is broken, then that's your get out of Dodge clue. Something to take home, or take some notes or something like that. Right. I only, as I mentioned, guys, for me, for the day, it's a small red. It's not even 1 hour. It's less than 1 hour. 0.8 hour or something like that, which is perfectly fine. What did I miss? That's the thing. I mean, I might have missed a few things. Honestly speaking, I'm not going to say I missed something big. No, I did not miss anything big. I was looking at a lot of things, but I was waiting for the right times. I could have had a lot of few losers, but the fact that I waited was really good decision made today. Yeah, I always say, James, it's like you're basically in a group, a decent group there, where you're talking ideas and things like that, and it's much more clear things are much more clear if you're on the same page. But because we are trading the same setups, we are on the same page, right? So hopefully it's bringing more clarity to your routine, and this hopefully is going to be your own thing, and you wouldn't have to rely on me or anybody, in fact. So that's great. 1 hour, I'll take it any day for the red days. But when our green days come, just oh boy. All right. Anyways, let's wait for that. Tomorrow, guys, 8 a.m. EST. If I get late, it's probably going to be 8:30 max, or latest, whatever you want to call it. So between 8 to 8:30 a.m. AST, usually is 8 a.m. So see you there. This week is a short week, but still we're going to try to find some decent opportunities and benefit from it. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Stay safe out there, and best of luck if you are going to be trading. All right. Take it easy. Peace. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's what you want. No rules broken. That's a successful day. Now, we don't, just remember, we don't really measure our day's success with P&L. Remember that, right? It's always with how we traded. Did we trade? Okay, did we follow our rules? Did we trade the setups? If the answer is yes, we traded the process instead of the PNL, that is a successful day. Write it off. This was a successful day on your journals. All right. Beautiful. All right, guys. Take it easy.